And I want you to have that consciousness of openness this morning as we allow ourselves to be moved and touched, as we allow ourselves to recommit once again to the truth of who we are and who God is. This is a special day, and I received a letter this week from the headquarters of Unity, which is in Lee's Summit, and it says, "We congratulate you on the awesome accomplishment of the 75th anniversary of Unity Church of Hawaii. On behalf of Unity Worldwide Services and the International Board of Trustees and the Home Office staff, we send our appreciation for what you do to spread the message of truth and unity. God bless you in love and in faithful prayer. Joanne Landreth for Donna Johnson, CEO, Unity Worldwide Ministries." And they sent us this. It's beautiful, yeah. For many of you, you may have been just coming to this church for the last few months or maybe the last few years. I've been coming since 1987. I sat in that back corner right there where James is, my arms crossed. Took me 6 months to like it. Some of you did it right away, but I was a little slow. There's a wonderful history in this church. It was actually started back in the 1930s, and we thought it might be important on this day when we celebrate 75 years to know a little bit of what came before, to know some of those people upon whose shoulders we stand today.
And part of our celebration for our 75th anniversary, we've been digging through the archives, and we came across this incredible clip where we hosted as a speaker James Dillett Freeman, the poet laureate of the Unity movement, who is also a time capsule in himself, having worked for Unity since 1929. Here he is being introduced by Reverend John Strickland.
This movement is far better because of the love and the caring and the commitment to excellence and sharing of spiritual principles of James Dillett Freeman.
The lady who founded Unity in Honolulu, Marie Handley, told me the story of her coming here, and she didn't want to come. But somebody told her, "Oh yes, you've got to go there." Someone who had visited Honolulu, a Unity minister, when he came back, she was taking their place in Portland. And they said, "Oh, you've got to go to Honolulu. They need you there." So she went. And when she got off the boat, there were 7 people. And they put a lei on her and found her a room. And that's the way it all started. And that's the way Unity has started all over the world.
It starts with a picture of Marie Handley, who I never knew. She was the minister when I was born, but I didn't start coming to Unity till I was 4. The very first minister that I got to experience with Dorothy Pearson. She came ahead of her husband, Phil. We were meeting in the Seventh-day Adventist Church on Pi'ikoi, a name she could not even pronounce, because we were in transition between the Lewis Street facility, which we owned, and the Diamond Head facility, which was just getting ready to go under construction. I remember coming here, it's a vivid memory, where the sanctuary is now was all coconut trees. And I remember Dorothy crying because we had to cut them down in order to make room for our beautiful sanctuary. It wasn't long after that that Phil Pearson joined her, and they began this beautiful ministry in its next evolution. They had a vision of growing not only our spiritual community, but the Unity movement. And they flew every week to a different neighbor island to teach classes. And those seeds that they planted and that were then nurtured as saplings by Stan Hampson grew into the other 4 Unity churches that we have in Hawaii. Unity on Maui came out of that. Windward Unity came later, but Unity of Kauai and Unity of Konokohala all came from those seeds of consciousness that Dorothy and Phil planted as a result of their tenure here in this spiritual community.
I have a very deep feeling that we're all brought together by a divine plan, and that there's nothing ever out of the universal sense of order. Therefore, people in my life are there by divine plan.
The sanctuary that did get built is the same one we have today, but it looked very different. And it was only later at our 50th that we built the beautiful stained glass that we have and see every day. While Dorothy and Phil were the ministers that I started with as a little girl, it was truly Stan Hampson that was our minister as I became an adult, as I grew into my adulthood. And he is the one who inspired me one Sunday morning when I was sitting in the third row on the fountain side of the church to become a Unity minister. I am forever grateful for his intellect, his depth of perception, and his ability to articulate tools for transformation so clearly. Michael Murphy is a minister in his very own category. He also was a visionary. He had the ability to see that we were growing and needed to extend our sanctuary, and we did so on either end. He's the one who built the administration building and created that set of offices, moving us out of the cramped little quarters in the cottage, which enabled the cottage then to expand to the bookstore. We expanded our kitchen. We now have our infant toddler center. It allowed all that expansion to come. Michael Murphy was a visionary in that respect. When David McClure came to be our minister, he not only brought his delightful sense of adventure, which always led to the opportunity for deep transformational experiences, he also came with his beautiful wife, Donna. And together they created a consciousness of graciousness, one that I always felt invited into.
It's a joy to be a part of your 75th anniversary celebration. During the time that I was minister there, which was 1983 to 1991, there was a lot of excitement and energy in that wonderful church of yours. So I'm hoping that you continue to have fun as you go on into the next 75 years. We look forward to seeing and hearing about your progress. God bless and aloha.
When John Strickland came to Unity Church of Hawaii, he not only came in his own right as a minister, he actually gave us the gift of bringing the consciousness of silent unity with him. He was the director there for many years, and in his arrival, we were invited into a whole nother level of the power of our personal selves, the power of prayer that comes from within us, the power of transformation that starts within us, the power of service and love that starts within us. That's what John Strickland came to this ministry with.
The Hawaiian Islands are also known as the Healing Islands. And my time at Unity Church of Hawaii was a healing time for me and for Brenda. I shall always treasure the time with you. God bless you. Happy 75th anniversary.
Our last minister is one who really needs no introduction because he's our current minister, and that's Reverend Sky St. John. I am grateful every day for Sky's ability to guide and invite us all to grow.
Thank you, Mindy. And thank Owen Housen and Gary Kanye for doing all the research to put together that amazing video that shows our history. We're grateful for that. As you look back on all that, it's really great. History is fantastic, and we like to look at history, we like to honor history, but it really begs a very incredible, important question. Why are we here now? That's why we were here then. But why are we here now as we create our next 75 years? So I want you to think about that for a minute. Why are we here now? I think we're here in part because we've come to remember. We've come to be reminded. If you're like me, I need that reminder. One of the things we teach here is that all the truth of the universe is in each and every one of us right now in this moment. There's nothing that I can give you that you don't already have. All I try to do is to shake, rattle, and roll it loose so it comes up into your awareness and you go, oh yeah, I forgot. We come here to remember. And some of the things that we come here to remember is first and foremost who we are. We have messages surrounding us all around the world, even coming from our best intentioned parents, family, friends, and other religious leaders that try to tell us who we are. That is not the truth. We were created in the image and likeness of God. We are beloved children of God, and we need to keep remembering that. That's what we do here, is we will tell you all the time, that's who you are. We also want to come and remember who God is. Not some powerful entity out beyond the clouds with judging fingers and books keeping score, but an amazing, transformative presence of love and power that is in each and every one of us, that wants nothing but the finest for each and every one of us. We need to remember that. We need to remember that no matter where we go, that presence is there with us always. And then we need to remember who that person is. The one next to you, the one at home, the one across from you. All these people. We don't only need to remember who we are and who God is. We need to remember who each other is as well. Part of our job is to bring that beauty of another person to our own eyes so we can say, I see God in you too. That's remembering. That's a good reason to come here. Another reason to come here is to being part of this amazing divine circle. The universe is flooded with these cycles of things. We teach constantly about oneness. And so it's important that we talk about giving and receiving. It's important for us to know that they're the same thing. They cannot be different. I cannot give to you and then receive from you because we are one. So if I give to you, I'm giving to me. Do you understand? It's all one thing. We need to understand the oneness in this great circle of loving and being loved, of understanding and being understood. We need to understand how we are all deeply and powerfully connected, and that there will never be peace, there will never be joy, we will never have heaven until we know that oneness, until the circle is complete in us. We need to come here in order to just be. It's great. I love it. Sometimes people tell me, that Unity Church is filled with weird people. I go, yeah, thank you. I think. These are my people. These are my people. Regular people are so boring. This is important that we can come here, whoever we are, at whatever moment in life. We come here in whatever condition of woundedness we may be in. We come here in whatever condition of addiction that we may be in. We come here in whatever sense of brokenness, lostness, or any sense of unworthiness we have. We come here because this is the place where we know the truth about who you are. So you can come here and be whoever you are in this moment. That's beautiful. And we will also try to encourage you to see not only who you are in this moment, but who you were created to be and who you want to be. And we will help you step into that. That's a really good reason to come here. To come here to be, and to come here to want to be more. I love it when people say, and they get in relationship, I love you because you make me want to be a better person. You know that one? Every time they say that in a movie, I cry because I think that's just so romantic. It's a truth about a church, too. I hope you come here and you love this place because it helps you to want to be a better person. We give you ways to do that. The Bhagavad Gita says for us to know that on this path, effort never goes to waste, and there is no failure. Even a little effort towards spiritual awareness will protect you. Every little bit counts. It's not big scales, not big measures. Spiritual growth happens in sometimes very minuscule stages. And it happens with little things we learn like this. Study a little, meditate more, and think about God all the time. Little recipes that we need to be reminded of that can help us to grow spiritually. We come here for that. And lastly, I think we come here to praise and to worship. And sometimes in the Unity Church, they're uncomfortable with those words. I am not. You see, in my own relationship with God, I have come to understand that presence and a power as a force that could do things in my life I could not do on my own. And I know for some of you, that presence and that force is at work doing things that you cannot do on your own. And when such power is manifested in our lives, how can we not give it praise? How can we not say thank you to something that has lifted us up, to something who has moved throughout the world to create this space? Charles Fillmore is the co-founder of Unity, and he wrote once, praising and giving thanks liberate the finer essence of soul and body when we center our attention on spirit. I want to be liberated, soul and body. And I want my spirit to feel free to praise this amazing God that not only lives in me, but lives throughout the universe and creates this amazing life. Praise and worship. I want to invite you to close your eyes with me for just a moment. See if you can find within yourself just a little place of gratitude for this spiritual family. This place that serves as a light for us, a place that serves as a home. Earlier today, I had you repeat that phrase, God bless this place. Well, I want you to know you are this place. And when you say, God bless this place, you are saying, God bless me too. This is the place of love and light, right here and right now.
There is a light that guides you through the storm. There's a place of healing and calm. There is a peace that lives beneath the waves, beneath the sorrow, beneath the joy. There is a stillness and grace, and your tears like rain are falling from the sky. It is God's love that's pouring from your eyes. The wounds of life, they bring healing, my friend. For the heart that breaks is opening again.
And that light is in you. It is you. It is that divine presence of God in you now. So in these quiet moments, I invite you to go into that light. Feel its warmth and love. Know its peace. As we come to God together now in the sacred and holy silence.